Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for able to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with today's news. Rio Ferdinand don't come aside ahead of the EPL reunion or reconnection or whatever you want to call them. So Babako they talk say in they worried about Arsenal ahead of this EPL restart get, and Babako they give some of the reasons to make and they worry. So you can talk say you don't know whether Arsenal will fit maintain their strong starts to the season you get, especially now we say don't get injury to Gabriel Jesus, where all of us know say they very important to Arsenal style of play. So you know how Arsenal will take fare, even though Arsenal for the transfer market, they are actively looking, according to what I think I talk, they are actively looking on how they will do some kind of replacements, get plug some kind of holes, put the round peg in the round holes, get. So now what's in the reason, so just the complaint. I know say don't talk say Arsenal will fail, but just they worried. So now it can't depend on how Arsenal take respond on the opening day against a West Ham. That's on December 26th. Remember, I don't talk in the past say many people expect Arsenal to fail. They expect West Ham to either collect points from us and moving forward. All those kind of Newcastle, all those kind of Spurs, Manchester United, they will collect points from us. By the end of the day, we may shock them, especially if we enter the transfer window and get some kind of men. So we just watch as they go. What's not think about what's in Rio Ferdinand they talk, saying just they worried about Arsenal. Away from that, so Juventus don't come aside for media setting for Twitter. Can they explain to Arsenal fans? Say make Arsenal fans know they worried about the squad. We then carry one come play against Arsenal on Saturday, which I think is today. Now they won't play. So number one, when you check that their lineup, because see people like Pogba no dey, because Juventus even post and say Pogba they injured, all this kind of Bonucci they injured, all this kind of Dusan Vlahovic either injured or some of them are injury, some of them just come back from World Cup, so they still dey extended break as our own Bukayo Saka, Ramsdale and the likes they for break. So they will play against this Arsenal match. Meanwhile, Arsenal was expecting say Juventus go bring a very strong squad so that we will test ourselves. Even myself, I was expecting to see a Dusan Vlahovic make a test the guy resolve against our defense. Man, see, for me, I was looking at it like an audition. You get more see what you want buy for the Emirates. More see, I'm on the Arsenal fans going to say you're joining us or come and join all those kind of dramatic things now. By the end of the day, we don't go see anything like that. So Juventus, they don't see all the complaints, all the things where Arsenal fans on the talk for social media. That's why they can't respond, can't put the statement out, say nobody say these guys are available, no one can bring them. Some of them did their mama house, they just come back from World Cup, whereas some get injury. So now what is up with that? Well, what the watch as it go be now. Today they go play the match now, but it go bad the way they can go with small team, come go knock our own big team, because I never know the kind of squad the Arteta go put out. So then go put a very strong squad to play against this match, because today is 17, so on the 26th now match will start. I think that's like maybe 10 days time now. The EPL will restart, so I never know what they watch. Okada said Juventus they very happy to sell Dusan Vlahovic for 80 million euros, which is about 70 million pounds. So if Arsenal bring that kind of money, can't give them. See them go fit sell the guy. And when you look at what's in the happen now for the football media space, you go see say Juventus still under investigation. So some of their stars, they see they chook one eye, now one leg in, one leg out. They see they look, and it go make sense for them say for this January when they find their square roots. Than say after January don't pass now, maybe the Serie A prosecutors or whatever, they'll come sentence Juventus to relegation again. So all of them come follow Juventus, go team B or Serie A B, get it no go make sense get. So that's why even Joe Vlahovic itself, that one self, the class may move to Arsenal, I don't think say he go say no. So much of the watch as everything they go. Our sense Alan Maximan of Newcastle for one media set, they call they ask the guy about an injury. So Baba can complain say he don't understand in injury record, or so he just they get injury anyhow. He say injury setback, like he don't just understand that. Because let's say the guy don't enter another injury again. And at this same guy, me I be the clamor for before someone go sign him. Even Repalo, many people they talk say Sir CHUKS sent Alan Maximan of Newcastle, me ask them go sign him. As things stand now, this guy na injury, babanla injury prone player. But no reason the matter, but no do say he won't go sign him, but just free and make him die for Newcastle. There, we no need him at all. May just kill him career for that place. Imagine signing this kind of player coming and before going to get injury every day. Especially to get injury for when the if you come Arsenal, what will happen? We will go to play many matches. May just stay there. I'm going and look at the Mazio. Don't come and second suggest say Mudryk. So the guy evaluation and that kind 30-35 million euros. Now they see. For those who don't know, look at the Mazio. He's an Italian journalist that works for Sky Sports. Now Sky Sports reporter MB. So look at the talk. Say the way they see Mudryk and say this guy they worth that kind 35 million pounds. So now what him see the guy evaluation. And this is actually come from the backdrop of what other people say. They talk say this guy know what that 80 million euros, 70 million, 100 million euros. Where all those Daniel Sirona and the Shakhtar hierarchy they talk about. Say for him personally, say what's in the sea for this guy valuation is that kind of 35 million euros, and that is what it is. So, but for me personally, 35, 50 too small, because the guy said they play very well. Let's just say that kind of 50 million euros maximum for me. I would say they feel say if you can buy Ben White, that kind of 50 million, why not if you buy Mudryk 50 million now? That would worry me this year. On my way from that, so quite a say Manchester United don't they ready to join the race to challenge Arsenal for Dusan Vlahovic, you get. I remember saying in the past, I thought there are 3 clubs right now with it desperately in need of a striker. Number 1, that be Arsenal. Number 2, that be Manchester United. Number 3, that be Chelsea. But now Chelsea don't sign one within a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old mold striker for Fana. So they don't sign the guy. The guy is an Ivory Coast player. The guy is touted to be like one of the best African prodigy with they out there. They call him the new Didier Drogba. The guy is very, very good. I watched the way they power all those mold, all those Norway players. As in, the guy they hit them, but remember that the Norway league, the Norwegian league, is not the same kettle of fish as the EPL. All those teams they jack by them with African strength. You know, go fit try that one for the EPL. Maybe don't join Chelsea now. We'll see how it will be. So now let's just say Chelsea, they actively look for striker again, but they feel passively they look at more. Now the major contenders where the fight for strikers gone now. Now Manchester United and Arsenal, because Arsenal have Gabriel Jesus injured. Manchester United have turned the contract of Cristiano Ronaldo. So these 2 clubs now need striker like this now. That is why Dusan Vlahovic now can be in the center of attraction of these 2 clubs. So at the end of the day, whether he go swap Juventus to go to Old Trafford or come to the Emirates, I never really know. I believe that 2 of them will turn out to bidding war. If it turns to a bidding war, I don't know if Arsenal will survive that. So we'll just watch at the end of the day. Because Vlahovic don't say Arsenal, now they die for him for a long time. So if you know one come, I know Yawa, na normal. About the Daily Express, don't come outside. They let us know say Arsenal they interested in signing Milinkovic-Savic, and at the same time, Milinkovic-Savic is open to joining Arsenal, because it is one thing for a club to be going for a player, and it is another thing for that player to want to join the club. Because so no say okay, the interest on the signing personal terms will not be a big issue. So the major cocoa now say make Arsenal and Lazio get an agreement. Now can't even hear say Lazio don't drop their valuation, their crazy valuation from 100 million euros to 66 million pounds. Get so that is what they will like. If Arsenal can pay that, they will willingly hand the guy over to Arsenal. So I never know how feasible that is for Arsenal. Whether Arsenal get the bank power, get the cash, the money to spend to buy a player of that kind of quality. Imagine spending 66 million pounds for Milinkovic-Savic and going to Mudryk and spending that kind of 60 million euros and coming to Dusan Vlahovic and spending that kind of maybe 70 million, because this is Vlahovic will not go out for cheap from Juventus. Even though Juventus know to spend big money, but they know go sell them for cheap. Now, if an Erling Haaland can cost that kind of 50-something, 60-something million pounds, who is a Dusan Vlahovic? So I never really know. Erling Haaland got the boss net, is the monster. Dusan Vlahovic, ever since they come up from Fiorentina, the guy was sharp. So I never know more the word. Varane and Ibrahim Konate, they likely to miss the French World Cup final, and Saliba is likely to start. That is the headline for some major news publications. And what you can say for the French national team right now, like 5 players they sick with flu, and most of these 5 players, you have a Raphael Varane who is the centre back, I have a Ibrahim Konate who is the centre back, which means France get 2 more centre backs left, because now 4 centre backs that carry go this competition. Dayot Upamecano and William Saliba. Now these two people remain, which means the final now on Sunday. If these two players still remain sick today, because as of on Friday, then they sick like 2 days to the competition. So if they're still sick today, that means they will prep Saliba to take the place of those guys. And this now I don't predict before talk say if those two players they sick, because Saliba is the 4th choice centre back, he stood no chance to play in the final. But if those people don't sick now, we will see Saliba. So most of the watch that they go pump them injection, make them recover. But even if they recover, will they have the necessary strength to play in the World Cup final against an Argentinian side powered by around Lionel Messi? They will get the strength and the energy to do that. So much just the watch. And for those who don't know, so Man City don't add Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham to their transfer list. So they talk say in the long term they won't sign these guys and say the guy will be the face of the new Man City stars, the new generational stars. So as this news breaks yesterday, many Arsenal fans on social media know they para Man City, what they worry and this and that. Anybody can come for your player again. The thing now whether your club go sell and whether the player get the willingness to go, you get the same way now they find Mudryk where Shakhtar no one say. And so other people say go come price their own player. So you don't left for the player to say okay I'm not interested, and for the club to say no we are not selling. He's obligated to honor his contract. Get so now what he did there. Now remember say Arsenal see they tender new contracts for Saka face. So Saka get less than 2 years left on his contract. So I never know how all this is go play out. Some Arsenal fans they scared say Saka fit come out. See for me, I'm not indebted to any player. There are no secret cows at Arsenal. Arsenal is like a barracks. Soldier go, soldier come. What happens? Barracks remain. So many stars don't come, many stars don't go. You get so me, I know they worried about all those ones. Thierry once upon a time left Arsenal. Everybody felt Arsenal would die. Are we not still here today? Are we not in the first position now? So me, I know the reason all those things. But personally, leave all those rhetorics. But personally, I don't think Bukayo Saka will leave. Yes, because the huge love we get for Arsenal, no go let them leave. Meanwhile, they get in party them, all those Smith Rowe, we don't sign contract, all those kind of Morales, Saliba, and place they lively now. So why would you want to leave? You want to leave where you be regular starter, they play week in, week out, don't go for where your shirt's no sure for you. Go and ask Grealish what they do for Benjamin, even though they spent £100 million to buy him. Go and ask some kind of people there. Even Phil Foden gonna be regular starter, it can't be you. I'm not go reasonable. Well, we'll just leave that matter as it be. Another thing we'll call here, we say Chelsea they set to snatch Mudryk from Arsenal. This is Chelsea get deep pockets powered by Third Boyle, will be their owner. And the reason they define Mudryk now the fact that Raheem Sterling is not firing on all cylinders. The Raheem Sterling will then give Chelsea come like now a substandard Raheem Sterling. No be the one waiting for Man City. I don't know whether that because the Man City Raheem Sterling was surrounded by stars, stars with the para get because as he come Chelsea, the guy not gonna fire, go day long games, lot of games, no go score goal, no go make assist. Come on man, what did they happen? God bless the guy they play without purpose get. So that is why they are looking for a new spark in somebody like Mudryk, even though they know say this guy na Arsenal don't go for her. He don't come out publicly say I love Arsenal, get. So I don't know how that one go be. I don't see them get money pass us. We just watch as everything go. Now it go be money versus the will of the player. How it go be. Imagine maybe Arsenal they offer that kind of 50 million euros. And that kind of Chelsea going to offer 70 million euros. Now it will be down to the club to either say, okay, we want to accept 50 or we want to accept 70. And for the player to say, if you like accept 70, I want to still join Arsenal. I never know how all this drama will hold. We'll just watch. Ben White don't win the Arsenal Supporters Player of the month of November. So now vote for this award. So the fans come bless him. Because for that November, the guy did a lot of mad performances for that in right back. So he played very well. And from what I want to hear, the country saying that the first award with Ben White don't win for Arsenal shirts. Never win anything like that before. Just like some days, weeks and months ago, we can check ourselves celebrating. You say, I never win this kind of thing before. Now. So now the same thing with Ben White, and we also say Ben White they face some kind of internal issues where we never really know what's happened. You get if you hold one story, say okay, now this one's up, but at least you could say and give him this award, make it just spark up in life, put some smiles on his face. We'll just be happy with that. So my dear football lovers, if you watch us and you never subscribe to our YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? As long as you're enjoying what we're doing, subscribe so that once we're going to get big reach, our show will go to more and more people. And if you're watching us on Facebook and you never subscribe, follow us, guys. Follow us on Facebook so that you'll be a part of our community. And for those who never join our membership plan, you get We get our supporters club membership plan. It's on YouTube. If you check our channel, you see the join button. Just click it and join us to support our show. I think this membership costs 450 naira per month to get. We have about 17 or 18 members. We are on our way to our first 50 membership to get. So as you do so, may God continue to bless you in Jesus' name and inshallah. So if you know what yesterday's show, check the top left corner of your screen. We'll see the thumbnail. Click on so that you get all Arsenal updates as they drop all over the world. So start signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day and get out.